How hard is that to do? Easiest paycheck in the world, isn't it? Target somebody who's innocent. Tell everybody they know that you believe they're mentally ill, incompetent. I taught school for 5 years. I did that because I was crazy and on drugs. And I was supposed to be slinging drugs and molesting children, right? For 5 years in Caddo Parish schools, really. It spread like wildfire on every campus that I worked on. The sheer neglect there demonstrated by this asshole doing this. These kids talk and they tell their friends. I had kids run into my classroom just to run in and run out of my classroom so they could go testify. And I go to the principal and ask him what the hell's going on, and none of them would tell me. Southwood principal, Stoner Hill principal, I've gone under the school board office. Oh, that's strange. That white vehicle, it just pulled it forward and then it pulled back into the parking space. And that other car drove away. They must be terrorists. Okay. Anybody doing something like that has to know those kids are going to tell their friends. They have to know that. They're going to go home and tell their parents. Cop probably called their parents and told them. Okay? You tell children, but you won't tell me, really. You don't believe what children say. On a campus where it says audio and video surveillance in progress, all persons subject to search. And then say that it's all okay. Cops on the campus, if I was doing anything and the children were in danger at any point of being exposed to someone who's mentally ill or on drugs or a pedophile, you're going to say, what, you were in the next room listening and have protected the children? How? And if I was supposed to be dealing drugs, there were cops there, and you didn't do anything about it but take notes on it. Okay. I never did any of those things. I never dealt drugs to anybody. And I never molested a child or acted like I was going to molest a child. But these kids were used like bait and told to act in seductive ways, to say things to me, to be injurious, all grade levels, sucking their thumb, drawing pictures of baby bottles on the chalkboard. Pelvic thrusting, blowjobs on hands, simulation of cunnilingus, all kinds of weird stuff like that. Talk to other teachers and they say, oh, anytime I ever see a kid do something like that, I just tell them it's disgusting and I don't like it. Security chiefs tell me, just ignore it. And then there were the helicopters and the drones flying over the school when I got there. And then when I went out on the playground to do playground duty, the paras that were all participating and knew what was going on. The school administrators that did, I asked. Nobody would tell me anything. Nobody ever invited me to participate or testify. I was never informed of that opportunity. And I begged the police to tell me. So, You can tell children, but you can't tell me. I don't think so. And guess what happens when those kids go tell all their friends? It spreads like wildfire all over the campus. And kids start mouthing off to me, we're all saying the same things about you. Giving children authority over me. Like I'm doing something wrong. And then what, sitting in the next classroom and listening? Saying, oh yeah, you heard that and you heard that. Oh, the kid's telling the truth. No, the kid's not telling the truth. The kid's doing what you told him to do because you're using a child as though he's an undercover operative or undercover detective. No. He could have just as easily gotten a search warrant and gotten audio and video surveillance equipment with bona fide prima facie evidence that would have proven or disproven your accusations inside a week, let alone 5 years of substitute teaching. When it all blew up in your face and it wasn't going anywhere, you just had them fire me. I guess you couldn't make that dog hunt for you anymore, could you? Or did somebody object to it and refuse you access to the school system? And everybody likes to play. Why are we playing these games? I'm innocent. My son and I are both innocent, completely. So I want to sit back and play these kind of games and get citizens that are civilians that aren't even trained cops to do stuff like this. We do deputize them. I mean, that's what the whole game is, isn't it? Is playing that kind of quarterbacking this type of undercover investigation. So you can sit back and be the movie director. And tell people that could tell me the truth that they can't say a word to me. And a lot of people who are sympathetic to what you're doing, that you've enlisted to falsify evidence against me and my son, to have complete and unfettered access to me and my son, to the point of removing the lock from our bedroom door. And beating on our door, demanding the entrance, walking around our vehicle, jumping into on the entranceway to the Broadmoor Library with a fine and a security guard to babysit them, and calling kids out of my class to go call and say that I did terrible things to them. One girl, you did that too. I mean, a lot of them had long histories of terrible discipline problems. I caught one girl doing it. I think I caught another kid doing it, and it's a school administrator. It's just been told to do that, and all they do is make a phone call, and the kid describes me as crazy, and they didn't do anything wrong, and I threw him out of class for no reason. Really? The one that I caught doing it was sent to the office by another teacher for a referral that I didn't even send her to the office. The teacher walked walked up and saw her behavior. Right? But you're going to believe her. You know what you're going to do? Call a certified teacher at the center there a liar too. And when I was, I was crazy. That is so obtuse it's not even worth mentioning. It's so obtuse it's even ridiculous to even try to defend that type of an action. It's a witch hunt, and it's mudslinging, falsifying evidence, and getting kids to falsify it for you. That girl that got sent to the office worked me over big time, and she got her friends to do it too. But you're going to believe her. Never asked me for my testimony, never give me the opportunity to testify. And there was a cop on that campus too. So I was doing what wrong? Because you say you heard it, really? But it didn't. What? You're the only one who knew, and the kids, and that's it, right? Because you were listening in another classroom? Really?